It's Shark Week this week. On the road again with Jeff and Kate. Hey, Jeff here. Kate is on a lounge chair soaking in a few rays. We're here at Myrtle Beach in about 5 feet of water. Here with my son Blake.
What's going on, guys? Yeah, we're here in the extremely warm 4th of July week Atlantic Ocean. Just enjoying the sights and sounds here. And it's easy to forget there are creatures lurking around these waters. Even shallower than where we're standing now, isn't that right, Dad?
Yes, yes. And the creatures we're talking about are sharks. You know, this time of year, early July, there are thousands and thousands of people along the Myrtle Beach coastline. And you think Myrtle Beach is an area where you're just not gonna have as many sharks or predators. But actually, there are, South Carolina is number 2. At least last year, they were number 2 on the attack list for sharks. Florida was number 1. It was the dominant number 1. South Carolina was number 2, and Hawaii was number 3. And shark attacks are on the increase. And the reason they're on the increase is because there are more
people in the water.
More people up and down the coast in the water. Yeah. More and more every year. Do you think there are many sharks out here?
I don't know. So how many sharks are out here?
Yeah.
Probably a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
Would that worry you?
No.
No? You realize they're out here, but you just don't think much about them.
Yeah, I've seen one come across me before out here. I thought it was, but I seen the fin come up, but I didn't think much about it. I thought it was just something else.
Just nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
There are several types of sharks that you have to be concerned with a little more than others along the Carolina coastline. Blake, tell us about some of those.
Well, 2 of the most dangerous sharks in this area. If you're out here in the surf, probably the number 1 is going to be the blacktip shark. The reason being for that is the blacktip shark is they hunt here in the waves. They like to hit top water. They round up schools of fish, and a lot of times you'll see that fin cruising through the surf. The other shark you really have to be worried about in this area is a bull shark. The reason bull sharks are so dangerous is their kidneys have adapted to retain salt. So these sharks can move inland in streams and waterways and live in brackish and even fresh water for extended amounts of time. Bull sharks have been found as far as 700 miles up the Mississippi River. If you took a bull shark home from the ocean, dropped it in your local lake, it would survive a very, very long time.
Personally, I'm always afraid that they're gonna like bite my legs and like drag me underwater. Like on that movie where their arm gets bit off. Oh, like, yeah, so that's a little scary. It's terrifying because you never know when they're gonna come up. Yeah, you never know.
What do you think?
I try to keep other people in front of me, so if one were to come in, I have a chance to get away.
You ever think about sharks when you're out in the water?
Sometimes, yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I think about it, I'm like, the water's shallow, so I hope they don't come in this far.
We've learned through a little Google research, not extensive research, but little Google research that the type of sharks that you'll normally see along the coast here are, you're gonna see bull sharks, great white sharks, tiger sharks, hammerheads, lemon sharks. You're gonna see the blacktip shark. A lot of sharks in these waters. I think about 40 different species of sharks you could potentially find. What about the ones that are a little more dangerous, Blake?
The ones you probably have the most trouble with, not that you'll have any trouble at all, but typically the sharks that are gonna bite you in these kind of waters here in South Carolina, the number 1 shark to bite is probably the blacktip shark. The reason being is those sharks characteristically like to hunt in shallow water in the surf. They like to hit top water on schools of fish and some things like that. The sharks that you're least likely to get bit by would be a hammerhead shark. Those sharks use their long hammer-shaped head as a radar, and they actually scan for other fishes and especially rays electronic signature buried in the sand. So you're very unlikely to get bitten by a hammerhead shark.
You know, the most dangerous sharks are going to be the great white shark, and there are a lot of great white sharks in the waters off the South Carolina coast. Generally, the great white sharks, we've learned, will migrate to the north when the heat of summer begins. Right around May, they're going to migrate north of here. Most will. Also, bull sharks and tiger sharks are very dangerous. The great white shark, bull sharks and tiger sharks they're dangerous, they're aggressive, and they can be aggressive toward human beings. It's also interesting that sharks don't necessarily have to be in deep water to be aggressive and come after you. Oftentimes these sharks will be in as little as several feet of water. Actually, back in the 60s, the world record tiger shark was caught just outside of Cherry Grove Pier, just north of here. And that record held to just a few years back. The largest tiger shark in the world caught just north of here.
Off the surf.
A couple of key things you can do to prepare yourself to be less likely being attacked by a shark are the time of day. Try to stay away from swimming at times when it's dark and the sharks can't recognize you.
They're also more aggressive during that period of the day, and they do a lot of their feeding, just like maybe deer or a lot of other animals do a lot of their feeding at night, and you're most likely to come in contact with one of those animals maybe around first light or dusk.
Make sure that you don't wear a lot of jewelry, fancy jewelry. That can attract them also. As well as...
I'm bringing them in.
Sharks typically go after people on boards, surfboards, and other types of boards where you're going to be on the surface of the water. So someone that's on the surface of the water who's making a lot of thrashing movements is more likely to come into contact with a shark.
So tomorrow we're headed out fishing. We're not going to do it here from the shore. We're certainly not going to do it here from in the water. We're going to hop on a boat, head offshore, see if we can't catch some of these sharks we've been telling you about, and
ought to be interesting.
Ought to be fun. Hey guys, reach down there, don't be scared to hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, pop on over to my mom and dad's channel, On the Road Again with Jeff and Kate, and give them a subscribe and a like too.
Are you excited?
Ready to go? Starting to catch some sharks, or something at least. I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
Bluegill.
Bluegill.
Kate, what do you think?
Yeah, we're looking for some big bass. Maybe a shark.
I think we're looking for sharks.
About a
Kate, you having fun?
half-mile
Blast.
warning,
We'll see.
and that's when we would want.
We do have a galley down below. In the galley, we serve hamburgers, hot dogs, assorted chips and snacks.
Sit right back and tell of a fateful trip.
It started from a tropic port aboard this tiny ship.
Ready to have some fun. Starting our 5-hour tour. Not the 3-hour tour, but the 5-hour tour.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for some big fish.
You get those in 30s. Shimmery timbers.
That is some squid. Nice juicy squid for a big shark.
Hey, what are you expecting to catch on this?
Great white. Great white. What I'm looking for. Only the biggest for me.
Any second choices?
A little one. I'll throw everything else away.
What are you expecting to catch?
Megalodon.
If not the Megalodon, what's your second choice?
Whatever bites, really. It don't matter to me. We'll reel it in.
What was that?
So let me catch a shark. I've never caught one, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. At least a big one, anyway.
Whale!
You expected a whale?
A big whale! Yeah.
Good thing we've got a lighthouse to guide us back in case we need it. We're gonna go way out there looking for these sharks.
As soon as we get this thing out in the big water, we'll see what we can catch. In the meantime, catching some rays, enjoying a bubbly.
Just some water.
Yeah, sparkling water. The only kind of bubbly we drink around here.
We're on a half-day night shark fishing trip, which is really a half-a-day fishing trip. We catch the same stuff except for the sharks are more active at night, so we do catch more sharks usually at night. But we can expect to catch a bunch of black sea bass. A lot of them will be thrown back because they'll be too small. They have to be 13 inches. But on these trips, we try to get the Atlantic sharp-nosed shark, which is a very delicious tasting shark. They're not only fun to catch, but they taste really good too. We generally get some, but you know, it's fishing. It's called fishing and not catching. 3 weeks ago, we got a 7-foot, 2.5-inch tiger shark on this boat. Yeah, on the night shark fishing.
What'd you end up doing? What do you do with it?
We ate it, actually. The customer that caught it only wanted the jaws, and there was a lot of people that were fishing on the boat that wanted the fish, and so when we got back to the dock, the deckhands filleted it out, and we divided it up amongst those of us that wanted it, and it was very tasty, very good fish.
What are some of the other fish that we might catch?
Possibility to catch a ringtail porgies, weak fish, which is like a sea trout, chocolate chip porgies. We'll catch usually pinfish and pigfish. They're smaller white fish. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, and we could still catch now, could be rudder fish. If we can get into them, they're fun to catch.
We're now in 16 foot of water, making for the open ocean.
What are your highest hopes with this?
Hammerhead, 5-foot hammerhead. I don't know what time it is, and I don't even care. I'm on a fishing boat. Whoa, nice wave.
Fish?
I hope so.
Tell me that.
Well, guys, we hope we're going to catch some fish for you. We'll just have to see if they're biting or not. Good news is it's going to be nighttime. Fish activity is a little higher than that. Guys, we still got a couple more miles to go out to our first stop. We got 3 Detroit Marine grade diesel engines pushing us out that way. Let's keep on trucking.
Got one, sea bass.
A big fish right here. That's going to be a good supper tonight.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Got a sea bass. Let's throw her away. So far, I've caught 2. Kate has caught 2. Blake is still working on the first one, but I think he's looking for something really big. He's not going for the small stuff.
I'm not messing around with these 4-inch sea bass like Pop here.
He's going serious fishing, so we'll be expecting some big things out of him. Let's keep fishing.
caught Mother Earth, the biggest fish of them
This
all.
was the biggest one on the boat. What do you think it was? Maybe tiger shark,
Bull shark.
bull shark, black tip.
Get something cool on there.
Something big that
wanna get something
evaded
cool on
us.
All right, guys, we had a great time shark fishing tonight. Didn't catch any sharks, did we, Dad?
No, we didn't. We did catch some pinfish as well as some what were the other fish?
Black sea bass.
Black sea bass. They were small. I caught 6. I think Blake caught 5. Within our group, I think we caught about 30 different fish.
Guys, if you don't mind, give my pop a like, comment, subscribe. That's On the Road Again with Jeff and Kate. And if you don't mind, pop on over to my channel. That's Blake Beeson on YouTube. Thank y'all. Have a good one.